Hello everyone, how are we doing? Welcome to what is an echoey and building site state of a bedroom. We're in quite a pickle tonight because I've told you before about all of these cupboards getting ripped out, which have already happened. Now everything has been moved out apart from these two chests of drawers, which have been moved back in because the ceiling has been painted and the walls have been painted today. It's quite a mess, but I've managed to get it in somewhat good enough state to do this preview from here, from ground zero, do it live. And it means that, because if I did it on my phone from a StreamYard, I wouldn't be able to share stuff with you, like with the screen or whatever. But what it has meant is it's meant I can do all that with you for tonight. Yeah, in case you're wondering where my bed's gone, that is my bed itself, acting as a holding pattern for screwdrivers, hammers, and tubs of paint. My mattress is downstairs in the living room, so I'm gonna be down there tonight. It's gonna be good fun. It's gonna be absolutely great fun. Yeah. How's life, everyone? I hope the audio levels are okay and whatever, because I'm talking quite loud now and everything is echoing around me. So I apologise for that. Actually, I'll check it myself. I'm going to check it myself using, nice segue, FanHub. Whoop, whoop. I've got some fan shares. We take them. So, we'll get on to what FanHub is all about in a minute. I'm sure you all know already, but I just need to check my audio levels on this. It's not too bad. My microphone's doing a lot of the work here of taking out all the echo I'm hearing. So if you were sat in this room, everything I am saying is just echo, echo, echo. Yeah. But what is FanHub all about then? It's made for fans. It's made by fans for fans. On there, there's a whole myriad of stuff you can do. You predict your team before every game. You check into every game, whether that's remotely or whether you're, in the stadium itself. You compete against other fans of your club in a leaderboard, which is like this. As you can see, I'm in 8th place at the moment. Not doing very well at all. I need to up my game here. You compete against fans on your fan score. How can you accumulate your fan score? Accurate predictions for your predicted team by checking in and also viewing content on the fan feed section, where you can also see my videos. You can see on there, you can see all of the City fans on there. Here are, that are on the app are myself, Hull City Australia, the Tigers Down Under podcast, Over the Bar, do some good stuff as well, article-wise. Tigers, blah, 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 to Hull and back. And the main Hull City dedicated news provider is Luke Flanagan for Vavel, host of Tigers, blah, blah, blah. He's good, is Luke. He's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, over the bar, it's just Hull City stuff. And I believe some of it is done by the Hull and Back lads. I might be wrong. I probably am wrong. Oh, no, Ant's written something. The first one I've clicked on. But yeah, get yourself on FanHub. But there's a waiting list, Joe, I hear you saying. Well, don't worry, because I have got a FanHub golden ticket code for you. OLD-25K. OLD-25K. 5 uses remaining. Download FanHub from the App Store or Google Play. It's really, really high up. FanHub are absolutely smashing it. Since it launched last year, it has just grown from strength to strength. And the people over there, the people at FanHub are pure class. It is number, I think it's been up as high as about 24 in the sports charts. At the moment, it is 46th, ahead of EFLI follow, Formula One. It's ahead of them on sport. It's ahead of Garmin Golf, Australian Open. Yeah. FanHub are smashing it. It's a fantastic app. You won't regret downloading it. Get it downloaded now and use that code. Anyway, let's have a look in chat then, shall we? Hello, Billy. How you doing? Owen Nendick says, hi, Joe. How you doing, mate? Lies Killer says, yo, it's me, like, from Insta. There's a lot of people on Instagram, mate. I'm sorry. You're going to have to specify a little bit more. Need a win against Stoke, Joe. We do. Reading have dropped points today. So have Peterborough. So have Cardiff. Barnsley have. Birmingham above us have. So this is a great opportunity to get ourselves clear of the relegation zone. This is going to be a tough game, don't get me wrong. And we need to set up better than we did at the Stoke away day. Because I was at that game, and my God, were we awful. And it took hours to get out of Stoke. Anyway, Billy Salter is 78th on the FanHub app. And I'm not going to say your name, mate. I'm so sorry, because I'm going to butcher it. I can give it a go. Lamakunlu Ashure, something like that. I don't know. Let me know how right that is. I am from Turkey, and news in Turkey says that Mia Jack will come to Hull City. There's a lot of news in Turkey at the moment regarding the takeover and whatever. It's still not officially complete. Adjun's takeover of the club is not yet officially confirmed. So it would be nice if all these rumours that we're getting could be confirmed. Well, could be sort of supplemented by an actual takeover, because they still don't feel real. We're still owned by the Alams, and Grant's looking at bringing in Josh Sims on a free. That is quite a mile away from Marcel Tisserand, Alahaya Sayadmanesh, Hidemasa Marita, and all the others we've been linked with. We've been linked with a striker from Ajax today. Yeah. We need the takeover to be done for these to feel real. I pronounced it well. Oh, we'll take that. I'm not going to pronounce it again because I don't want to ruin my my record. Fulham on fire. Yeah, we'll look at the league table later on. We'll get on to team news now then, where Andy Cannon has picked up an ankle ligament injury in training, so will be unavailable for the next 2 or 3 weeks as he recovers from injury. Alfie Jones hamstring, Louis Coyle ankle, Malik Wilkes metatarsal, and Callum are all making good progress and will return in, I'd say about early February. They'll return to action in early February, according to Grant McCann. Hopefully, Louis Coyle, when I spoke to him, was certainly hoping for a little bit earlier. Grant McCann has confirmed that one of the younger players has been affected by COVID, so has been isolating since his positive test and will miss in total of about 5 to 6 days while his isolation is done. Because in the whole mess that the government's in at the moment, they've reduced the isolation period from 7 days down to 5 when you test positive for COVID. So they needed a distraction from Boris attending a party which he didn't know was a party, even though it was in his own house. So, whatever that means. By the way, the Tories. McGuinness was one of the players that were undeserving of playing every game, always offside and was allergic to goals. That is a great, great segue. I'm just going on to talk about Josh McGuinness. And I'm just trying to find a figure for his fee, but I don't think we got much. Josh McGuinness didn't play for Wigan today. That's worth noting. From my recollection, Josh came off in his last ever game for City, didn't he, against Blackpool. Now, whether that was Grant said it was just a muscle fatigue injury, and he hoped to have him back for this game. Now, Josh has gone. He's gone to Wigan, and Grant said they couldn't offer him a new contract. Grant said the club couldn't offer him a new contract because of the uncertainty over the ownership. But the uncertainty of the ownership does not mean that we can't make signings, which is weird. Yeah, God knows. But Josh McGuinness has gone. He's gone to Wigan on a 2.5-year deal. He'll smash it in League One for them, I'm sure of it. And we got a nominal fee. In case you're wondering what nominal means, it's small. We got a small fee for Josh. So it is what it is. It is what it is. The rumour, I believe, the most is about Vedat Mariki, because he confirmed that Adjun made an offer to him. If the takeover really happened, you can expect Vedat. Sorry for my English, by the way. Your English is fine, mate. The English is completely fine. I couldn't have worded it better myself. But we've heard worrying things about Vedat Mariki because West Brom are interested. They're a bigger club than us. And apparently Lazio, personal terms may be agreed between Adjun and between Vedat. Just because personal terms are agreed does not mean anything else is. Because there's still the two clubs to barter with. Lazio wanted about 13 million quid for Mariki, which we cannot afford. In the position we're in with COVID and being in League One last year, which is less TV money, we cannot afford 13 million. So we went for a loan with an option to buy, which Lazio did not want. They didn't even just want a loan either. They want to get rid of him permanently. And we currently cannot do that. But we're hearing rumours. But at the moment, we're halfway into the window and nothing has happened yet because of what's going on with the takeover. EFL, literally, it's, not exactly post-it notes, but all it says is Adjun buy, Ehab sell, sign, EFL. All they need to do is just do a quick little squiggle and it's signed off. I don't know why it's taking so long. Did Adjun jump the gun, revealing it on Oses in Turkey? Maybe. but we don't quite know yet. It could be done in the next few days. I've been confident it was going to be done the week just gone and the week before that, but it's not been done yet. It's not been done. I've got thumbnails made. I've had a thumbnail made for about 4 months for this takeover getting done, but it's still not there. It'll get there. It'll get there. Hi, Luke. How you doing, bud? Hostile Henry, 13 mil is a lot. Mariki's stats aren't even that good. Best do my research. I best do my research. We'll quickly rattle through these next bits then, because we've taken a while talking about McGuinness. Ref watch then. Our referees, Joshua Smith, the two linemen, and the two linesmen are Akhil Housen and Jonathan Hunt. The fourth official is James Leanington. We'll move quickly on to stats then. These are taken from our last game against Everton, where we put up a fantastic fight. Against Everton, we smashed it. We maybe could have walked away there with a win. We certainly should have walked away from there with a replay. But, you know, the big six love a good moan. We've got it harder than everyone else. Tuchel, Klopp, Rannick, Guardiola all say. We don't like it here in England. The Christmas period is too stressful. Go and manage somewhere else then. Just because you don't like it, don't mean we have to change it for the maximum of 10 years you're in this country. Christmas football always has and always will be a part of the festive period here in England. You have a game on Boxing Day, you have a game in between Christmas and New Year on the 28th or the 29th, and you have a game on New Year's Eve on New Year's Day. That's the way it's always been. And these managers come over, they dislike it because we have to contest with the Champions League and we have to go for the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Premier League. You don't. Klopp plays the kids in the FA Cup. It doesn't make a difference to Salah, to Mane, to Jota, Firmino in the early rounds of the FA Cup and Carabao Cup because he plays the kids. A few years ago against Shrewsbury, he played. He didn't even manage the team. He gave it to Neil Critchley, current Blackpool manager, was the under-23s manager of Liverpool at the time, and that entire squad. He did not care. The disrespect that showed Shrewsbury Town was shocking. It was humorous, but it was mega disrespectful. Not taking the oldest cup competition in the world, the FA Cup, seriously, because when you played a stronger team in the first tie, you weren't good enough. And because they moan and they use COVID as an excuse, it means that the FA take replays out the FA Cup again, ripping money away from smaller clubs, meaning you can name a larger subs bench and 5 subs. 3 is enough. A 4th when you get to extra time, that's fine. You don't need 5 and then a 6th if it goes to extra time. That is just another way for a big club to just win. That's what it's designed to do. Take it for the Premier League. Little old Norwich City hanging on to a 1-0 lead in the 80th minute against Man City. Guardiola can bring on 5 world-class players to get a point or maybe even win it in those last 10 minutes. These lot with the money apparently have it harder than everybody else. When Bury fell away like that and all the money men at the top did nothing to help, Bolton the same, and there's so many other examples. Dover Athletic, there's loads. There is absolutely loads. And them moaning about ownership, fair enough. But there's clubs that have declined worse than Man United have, going from 1st to 6th. Man City have been on a journey. People say they've got no history. They've got plenty of history. Man City have plenty of history. Of that big six, they've had it the hardest. They were put in the 90s, they were putting newspaper adverts in Main Road. They were putting adverts in the newspaper asking people to go to Main Road to watch the games, otherwise they go bust in League Two. Those fans bought anything they could from the club, went to as many games as they could, just so that they could keep going. But now Chelsea entered the Super League for 10 minutes. Abramovich is shocking now. When you forget the fact he came in, took money at anything and everything without FFP, and, you know, need I say any more? That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. But yeah, we should have a replay at Goodison. But I'll get onto the final bit of my point for this. They're saying they have to play loads of games. These big six. These heavily entitled big six who have everything their way, have it harder than everybody else because they have to play in the Champions League, because they have to play in the Europa League, because they now have to maybe play in the Europa Conference League. Well, not in Arsenal's case, they don't play in any. But aside from that, League One and League Two clubs, they play more league games. They enter the Carabao Cup earlier than anybody else. They enter the FA Cup earlier than any other teams in the top four divisions. And then don't even get me started on National League. My God, I'll get onto that. But then they've got an extra cup competition in the Papa John's Trophy. You never hear them moaning. Us in League One last year, we found it difficult. You did not once hear us moan. You never once heard Grant McCann say, if anything, when we lost for the first time in that season against Fleetwood, Greg Docherty said, in his interview before the game, he said, if anything, we wanted an extra game in midweek so we could bounce back instantly, not have to wait another week to prove ourselves again. You never, ever hear clubs in lower leagues complaining about fixture congestion because they know that's how it is. They know it won't change. The big six, however, and then the National League. In the National Leagues and lower, well, a lot lower than the National Leagues, in the non-leagues, in fifth tier of English football and below, you've got teams who play Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. You've got teams that can play 4 games in a week. They can play on a Sunday, play on a Tuesday, play on a Thursday, and play on a Saturday. It's 4 games in a week. They find it hard. Never gets publicised though, does it? I wonder why. I wonder why. Where's that wallet gone? Because that's the answer. Still in my coat in the other room. Anyway, I've spent about 10 minutes ranting on that. Stats. In summary, we should have a replay at Goodison, but the big six are twats. More possession than Everton, more passes than them, more shots than we have. Us having less shots than Everton sounds about right, but we still made them work. We were good defensively. We won't talk about that. We won't talk about that. Yeah. Rant over. The big six rant is what made my Wigan video famous. So we'll go for that. I hope Facebook mums don't pick that up. Good God. Anyway, head-to-head battles then. And you know what we do for this in the live previews. We just go through Stoke's squad. So in goal, has it been Bursic or Davis playing in recent weeks? We'll have a look. It's been Davis, hasn't it? I think it's been Davis. I'm fairly sure it's been Davis. It was Jack Bonham in the FA Cup, but it'll be Davis. Well, yeah, it's Davis. So it'll be Adam Davis in goal, barring any major mishaps. Tommy Smith used to play for Huddersfield. James Chester, Danny Bath, Josh Timon, Ben Wilmore. Harry Soutar was quality when we played them earlier in the year. However, he was just winning aerial balls against 5'9" Tyler Smith. For reference, almost 5'11". Bosh. Which means I'm if you're 5'11", you're 6 foot. Joe Allen, Sam Kalukas, we'll touch on him later as well. Mario Vrancic scored a good goal for Stoke earlier when we played them earlier in the year as well. They've got Tashan Oakley-Booth in there, Tomlinson, Nick Powell, Tyrese Campbell, Stephen Fletcher, Sam Surridge. And their manager, Michael O'Neill, is out with COVID. Michael O'Neill will not be in the dugout for the for this game anyway. It's been Bursic, I think, mate. I'll double check all their recent games, but I'm pretty sure it's been Davis. Let's have a look. Davis there. It's been Davis there. It's been Adam Davis. Timon used to play for us. Yep, Terry, nope, ignore me. I'm just saying that, mate. Harry Soutar is injured, I think. Thank God he's class. Never heard of any of these players except like 2 or 3. We have a ton of former Tigers. We'll touch on that on what is Terry Lucas's favourite segment of the preview, judging by what he says in chat every week. I've forgotten how to talk. Oh, shared shirts. There we go. It's like I've been at a cheese and wine party at number 10 Downing Street. What? Right then. So we'll have a look at current form then. First for Stoke. They got through their FA Cup third round tie against Leyton Orient, but we'll have a look at their last 5 league games where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 1-0 defeat to Blackburn, a 2-0 win over QPR, a 0-0 draw with Middlesbrough, a defeat against Derby, and a 2-1 defeat against Preston. Us, if we'll take away our Everton game, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 2-1 win against Millwall, a 1-0 draw against Reading, a 2-0 draw against Bristol City, and 2 defeats on the bounce against Nottingham Forest and Blackpool. A win, 2 draws, and 2 defeats. However, we did go on a good run of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unbeaten before those 2 defeats and the FA Cup exit. We'll quickly move on then to the league table. Terry Lucas really is just my nickname. If only I was on my dad's account. Oh, by the way, I mentioned this on my Instagram story earlier. The Tom Huddleston giveaway from the very last game, from the Matchday vlog of the Everton game. You can see the post for it there. I said I was going to draw the winner on Wednesday. I drew it on Thursday. Yes, I drew it on my birthday. I take pride in you lot. Forget the fact I did it a day late. I have contacted the winner. I am yet to get a response from said individual. So, if I do not, I believe they sit relatively near me at the MKM, if it's the guy who I think it is that has won from the spinning wheel. If not, if I don't get anything from them, I'll just redraw. I'll just do a redraw, and whoever that is there next can win it. I'm going to the game early tomorrow. I've got another giveaway for you lot, and it's going to be something special. It's going to be another autograph card, but it's going to be something extra on top of the autograph card. So, you'll have to keep your eyes peeled to see what that is. But all I'm going to say is, Tommy's is an absolute legend. Anyway, Luke, I love that. Just came back from 3-0 down to win 4-3 in Foot Champs. Listening to your rant, mate. Luke, it's what I do for my fellow Turkish Tiger. In case you missed it on my Instagram story as well, Luke and I are massive fans of Efes beer from Turkey. So just love it. Just absolutely love it. A Turkish flag in school. What's not to love? What is not to love? Lads, at the Everton game, I got a photo with Jordan Pickford. I'm hoping to scope out all 86 of the former Hull City players that are in the Stoke team and try and get something from them. Mainly Josh Timon, because my tutor used to teach him geography at Mallet Lambert School before she moved to where I am now. Luke, if you're, you know who that is. So if you didn't know that, an extra bonus, she used to teach Max Clark as well. So yes, Luke, that is our geography teacher. I think the year I go to Mallet, nice. Hostile Head, did Luke just beat you? My dad's mates with Josh Timon's dad. Ask him to ask Josh's dad to ask Josh if Josh regrets leaving City. I was talking to my dad about this earlier. I don't think he does. I think he's earned a lot more money playing for Stoke and out on loan in Portugal than he would have done if he stayed here. She's all right, to be fair, her. Miss. She's class, isn't she? People seem not to... From the outside looking in, people seem not to... I'm trying to think of the right word of phrasing. Seem not to be too fond of the way she teaches, let's say. But I think she's class. My friend said he saw 2 kids with a Turkish flag at school. Could have been you. Hostile Hen, message me on Instagram, say what school they go to, and I'll confirm. He left because he wasn't on the same wage as Jared Bowen at the time. He didn't like that. Fair enough. She didn't like me all year 9 and 10, but now she's all right. She's fine, isn't she? She's class. She's absolutely class. And, okay, on it. Nice. We've got sidetracked again. Right. League table. From the round of fixtures today, as you can see, we're still 4 points clear of the relegation zone. This is a fantastic opportunity to close in on Birmingham and Swansea. Both, I believe, did Swansea drop points today? Yes, they did. Swansea dropped points today. So who dropped points today? Barnsley did, Peterborough did, as did Reading and Cardiff, and Birmingham and Swansea, Bristol City, Preston, Sheffield United, all above us. This is a great opportunity to beat Stoke. If we can beat Stoke, because don't get me wrong, they're not as good as people think they are. They're a decent side, but when I went there earlier in the year, they weren't anything special. But that was when I think a team of potatoes could have beaten us. We were playing that poorly. But this is a great opportunity to, if we win, that takes us up to 26 points. That'll leave us 7 clear of the relegation zone. It'll jump us a bit above Reading, clear of Cardiff, and closer to Birmingham and Swansea, who are our next biggest targets to close in on. And meanwhile, at the top, in fact, we'll look at the bottom. Derby, wow. They could do this. Can one of the big teams just buy Tom Lawrence? Because he's the one who's gonna save it for them. How are Barnsley bottom? Didn't they finish 5th last year? They were in the playoffs last year. I'll show you where they finished last year, actually. Yeah, they finished 5th last year, but what happened is they lost their captain and their manager and their big striker, Daryl Dike, who was just signed for West Brom, who are also having a bit of a shitter at the moment as well. Yeah. Mitrovic is just too good, isn't he? Yeah, he is. He's very good, isn't he? Check my DMs. Okay. Look, that is class. That is absolutely brilliant. That's class. That's class. And then Hostile Hen has sent me a message. It's not Cot, no. It's not Cot. It's not Cot. Yeah, if it was in Cottingham, it wasn't me and Luke. Yeah, if it's a Cot, it wasn't me. However, Turkish flags. Here we go. Turks all over the world. And I like it. Oh, here we go. Turks all over the world. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Why couldn't Hull sign Balogun and Borough did? All my mates support Borough as well. We desperately need a striker. The reason we didn't sign Balogun is because Middlesbrough are paying his full 40 grand a week contract. We cannot do that. It might not have been that school, but that's where he lives in Cot. Okay. What's going on with the takeover? It's just all in the hands of the EFL, mate. That's just the hold up. It's the EFL. Anyway, move on to Around the Grounds then, where we can look at the scores from today's games. We are the only teams to play tomorrow. Barnsley versus Blackpool was postponed in the early kickoff today. What a game this was. Luton Town 3, AFC Bournemouth 2. That was absolutely phenomenal to watch. That was brilliant. And the 3 o'clocks, Cardiff 0, Blackburn 1, QPR 1, West Brom 0, Peterborough 1, Coventry 4, Preston 1, Birmingham 1, Millwall 0, Nottingham Forest 1, Middlesbrough 2, Reading 1, Huddersfield 1, Swansea City 1, Fulham 6, Bristol City 2, Derby County 2, Sheffield United 0. Wow. Am I bringing it on Monday? I will bring it on Monday, mate. I will. We didn't sign him because he's good. Oh, God. Grant did say, though, he's had conversations with the Premier League striker. A Premier League striker was at the stadium, the training ground in Cottingham the other day. Fulham seem to score 6 every week. They do. David Marshall debuted today for QPR. Yeah. Is Adjun on his way? Adjun is on his way, just via the EFL approval, which is taking absolutely ages. We should bring Dobbin in on loan from Everton. Another Everton player who a lot of people have mentioned, it could be, no rumours, but someone it could possibly be just from fans speculating, is Ellis Sims. He was class for Blackpool in League One last year, but he's just not played at Everton. He's not going to go back to Blackpool because they've got 14,000 strikers. So he could be someone we look to save us. Because I think the only reason McGuinness is going is one, the takeover, and two, because of a direct result of that takeover, a new striker will come in. Probably someone like Thompson. Yeah. The difference between a Premier League striker and a quality Premier League striker is quite different. I heard it's Dobbin. Interesting. The training ground building, by the way, is not great, but the pitches are mint. The pitches are mint. I like just how Phil Brown mentioned this when he was on to Hull and Back the other week. I like how sort of disclosed the training ground is. It's not just on a main road where people can see it's there. It's down just a little. It's just down a little street in Cottingham that's barely wide enough to fit a car down. It's nice and out the way. It's not so out the way that it's inaccessible. Even though it's out the way, it's easy to get to. And maybe because it's quite a small building, it means people interact more and it becomes more of a family environment in that training ground between the people on reception, the security staff, the playing staff, and the coaching staff. Which is how the Brazilian striker from Porto, Diallo Silva, is a quality player and has a good relationship with the new owner. Interesting. I'm from Ireland, but I support Hull. Just wondering though, is Cottingham kind of a posher area of Hull, so to speak? Well, strictly speaking, Cottingham isn't Hull. It's a separate sort of. It's run by a separate sort of council. So is Hessel, so is Anlaby, Willoughby. Trying to think of more Hull surrounding areas. They're all run not by Hull City Council. For example, where's a good example? I don't know. Hessel's run by the East Riding. That'll be one. But yeah, it is stereotypically a posher area because you've got. If you go down, the way I get to the training ground is I go down Priory Road. It's a big, long, straight road. And as you turn, when you get to Priory Road, you have to turn left to go right a little bit further on, to then go right again to get to the training ground, if you get what I mean. I'll see if I can get Google Maps up to show you. Because this is just really weird, me explaining it. Where is it? Millhouse Woods Lane. Okay. So I've got Google Maps up. I'll show you now. We've got massively sidetracked here. But so you know what? We'll put it like that. So this is the long road I go down if I'm going to the training ground. I often go on my bike. So you got long Priory Road here. You're biking for absolutely ages through the middle of nowhere. Then you at this roundabout here, you head this way. The houses in this bit are something else. They are something else, all in this area. Then you go down King Street, all the way along. You keep going past the Couplands, past the Pascos, all the way up. Then you round this roundabout onto Northgate. Then you go past Millbeck down to Millhouse Woods. And this is the training ground. That's the main gate. And then there's another little gate back here. But you see what I mean? It's out the way, and the houses in this area, they're small and terraced, but they're nice. But then there is some places in Cot where you've just got massive, massive houses. As in, yeah. I'm going to turn up on Sunday straight from my Sunday league match. Don't even have a chance to go home. Luke, commitment. Cottingham, from what I've seen of it, was a little town with nothing in it. A lot, well, of the lot down that King Street that I showed you, that has a lot. There's an Aldi, there's a Lidl, I think there's a Sainsbury's down there. I think there's an M&S. There's some restaurants, there's takeaways, there's a Heron. There's quite a lot down there. I woke up 6:30 to play a game in Sheffield, won 8-3, comfortable win. Lovely. Oh yes, it's kind of off the beaten track. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of big stuff in Cottingham. Memorable match then. We're going back to the 21st of September 2016 for this one. In the EFL Cup third round, we came up against Stoke. We beat them 2-1. Marko Arnautovic gave them the lead, but Ryan Mason and Marcus Henriksen scored their first goals for the club to give us the win. Our team that day was David Marshall in goal, a back four of David Myler, Harry Maguire, Curtis Davis and Andy Robertson, a midfield four of James Weir, Sean Maloney, Marcus Henriksen and Ryan Mason, with Will Keane and Diamersi and Bakani up top. The bench was Dusan Kusiak, Tom Huddleston, Adama Diamande, Ahmed El Mohammadi, Josh Timon, Jared Bowen and Greg Ollie. The manager for us that day was Mike Phelan. How times change. Same, got a match that ends at 11:45 at the university. Wow, that's out the way. Yeah, God. Sunday games. Sunday games. We haven't won a game since November. Lost many games. Interesting. Have we not won a game since November? Interesting that. Then we didn't play through the big stuff in December, though. We didn't play those run of games, did we? Anyway, last time out, earlier this season, at the Bet365 Stadium, we lost 2-0. Vrancic scored a good goal, and so did Nick Powell. Our team that day was Matt Ingram in goal. Back four was Louis Coyle, Alfie Jones, Jacob Greaves, Callum Elder. Midfield three was Richie Smallwood, Matt Smith, and Greg Doherty. Lewis Potter on the left, Malik Wilkes on the right, Tyler Smith up top. The bench was Baxter, Eves, Emmanuel Cannon, Longman Monker, and Dishon Bernard. Grant McCann still the manager. And our record against Stoke is that won 20, drawn 19, lost 32. Well, I'll let you have a look at our most recent record against them, which, I can't lie, isn't very good. But we take the rough with the smooth. Shared Lucas's favourite part of the preview. Basically, there's a lot of current Stoke players who used to play for City. So, I'm just going to show you them all that are in Stoke's current squad right now. So there's James Chester, used to play for City, left us, joined West Brom, left West Brom to play for Stoke. Josh Timon came through our youth academy. He's a local lad, left us to go and play for Stoke. Nick Powell was on loan with us from, I believe, Manchester United in 2015-16. Played not very much as we were promoted. He now smashes it week in, week out for Stoke. Sam Clucas was class for us. We let him go to Swansea. Swansea didn't want him. Now he plays for Stoke. Loves scoring against Swansea and giving it the big one, the modern day Emmanuel Adebayor. Interesting fact, I met his mum in an airport. She saw me with my City shirt on, says, "Oh yeah, do you know Sam Clucas or whatever?" Says, "Oh yeah, well, I'm his mum." Thought that was quite cool. And lastly, Tom Ince. Absolute waste of money when we brought him in. We let him go. He went all over the place. Was at Derby for a bit. Don't know where he went, but he ended up at Stoke. Is that all right? Was that all right? Was that suffice enough for everybody? If it wasn't, well, it's tough. Anyway, I'm just trying to formulate a predicted team for you very, very briefly. Just hang on. Give me a second. This is taking... I should have prepared this before, but I ran out of time. We'll go... He'll slot in at... there, I think. You can't see what I'm doing, but it'll all make sense. And then he can just go him in there. We'll pop him in there. That then leaves one sub. I'm running out of players here. God. Yeah, the first one's gonna be him, isn't it? Because we've run out of players. All the players with high squad numbers are gone. I've forgotten how numbers work. I'm having a mare here. No more McGuinness, so I can't put him in predicted teams anymore. There's that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more, and we'll make it. We'll make it him. Why not? Why not? You have no idea what I was doing there, but it'll all be revealed very, very soon. These streams are very good. Cheers. Hostile Henry, did you or your mate snitch me in the Wolverhampton forum yesterday for throwing a bit of tint for by any chance? Or do I sound like an absolute donut right now? Almost 1K on TikTok for me. Very aye. Well done. Well done. A bit of a story. About 11:12 before the Blackburn game, I was going to the training ground and Travis was walking from the training ground. We assumed he was walking home, and because he tested positive. All right. Well, don't go to Wolverhampton. Okay, right. We'll move away then from my little intermission to predict my predicted team in the 3-5-2 formation we have. In goal, Nathan Baxter. The back four is the back three is the centre back. We've got Jacob Greaves, Sean McLaughlin, and Deshaun Bernard. Right wing back Ryan Longman. Left wing back Keane Lewis Potter. In centre mid Richie Smallwood, Greg Docherty, and George Honeyman. Smallwood, the captain, may I add. And up top, Tom Eaves and Tyler Smith, because we have nobody else. He has no choice other than to play them. Substitutes then, Matt Ingram, George Monker, Randall Williams, Matt Smith, Tom Huddleston, Josh Hines, and Jevon Mills. Yeah, that's my predicted team. That is my predicted team. Predicted score, I can see us getting a result out of this. I can see us nicking a little 2-1 win near the end. Don't ask me how we do it. It's just going to be a case of we will do it. That's that. Sean McLaughlin really stepping up his game now. He is. McLaughlin's been brilliant. Sean McLaughlin has been absolutely fantastic. And that, ladies and gents, is your lot for this evening. Thank you very much for watching. Matchday vlog will be out tomorrow. Not sure what time, but it will be out. All the best. Stay safe. And I'll see you soon. Have a good rest of the day. Have a good evening. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.